How's it going, people? Today I'll be talking about the original Hellboy in 4K Ultra HD. If you couldn't tell just from my voice, I'm pretty hoarse right now, but I'm going to get through this horror marathon that I have coming up for you guys. I have quite a few horror titles to talk about, and yeah, so during this point in time, I am going to sound a bit hoarse, but I am going to get through it for you guys. But enough about that. Let's get straight into the film, just because I don't want this video to be too long. This movie is awesome. This is the original Guillermo del Toro movie that he did with Ron Perlman, and it's great. This, you know, it really just kind of really captured the Cthulhu vibe that was in some of those original Hellboy comic books. I know that they really went through a bunch of different mythology, but Cthulhu was one of them, and this movie definitely capitalizes that. And if I feel like if you want to watch a movie that really has that kind of Cthulhu vibe that were in a lot of those older novels, you know what? This one might be the most accessible for people. And you know, it's just great for that. I love the creature design in this movie. Guillermo del Toro is directing the hell out of it. It is awesome. It just has his style all over it. And Ron Perlman can handle Guillermo del Toro's style like nobody else. He is great in all of del Toro's films, and he is his best here as Hellboy. And I just love the action in this movie. I love the vibe of this movie. I love almost everything about this movie. I feel like it goes for a bit too long at the end, but other than that, I just really dig everything about this movie, and I will give it a 9 out of 10. Almost a 10, almost a classic, but not to that notch. And getting into that 4K quality that is on this disc, look, this movie has always looked amazing on Blu-ray, and you know what? This isn't going to change that. Matter of fact, it's just going to amp it up. This movie was shot on film, but it also went through a 4K scan for this review, so that gives it a 4K digital intermediate, and a damn good one. And along with that, it actually has an aspect ratio that almost fits your screen. This movie looks spectacular in 4K. And it starts off just with the level of detail. Everything about the detail is amped up here in ways that is just amazing. Starting off with the edges here, they are great. They are so well defined. Specifically when you go into the flashback of World War II, that is awesome. And it is just so crisp and clear and clean. And the edges are so defined. And then you get into the detail of everybody's coats and the suits that they are wearing. You can feel the textures and you can see the fibers on those suits. And when you get into like the lead henchwoman and her like fur coat that she wears, and all the fur just stands out of it, you can see every individual strand. Great, very well done. And then when you get into the HDR here, it truly shines. This movie has a lot of reds in it, as you may expect. And you know what? It just literally pops off the screen. It is so well done. And at no point in time does it feel overemphasized. It feels very natural. And that goes for the CGI here too. A lot of the CGI just feels so natural for a movie that came out over a decade ago. And that is great. And when you get into just the eye-blinding pops of light that are in the movie at times, you will need your sunglasses. It is that bright. You know, this movie was delayed in 4K for almost, more than 6 months. And it was rightfully so. They really honed in on this and worked on it. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. This looks fantastic. Reference quality material. And when you get into the audio here, the audio is just unbelievable. It was given a Dolby Atmos mix. You hear so much of your height speakers when it comes to just the score of the film. And when you have the flames of action scenes, that goes through the heights expertly. And along with that, you just have ambiance as well What more could you ask for from your Height speakers? They get a hell of a workout here, and bass response is excellent. The vocals here are fixed from the Golden Army, that second Hellboy film that came out in 4K around May, I believe. I had a difficulty hearing the vocals in that track. I had to kind of turn it up. Here, I didn't. Speaker separation is top notch. You get so much separation in your speakers, and the sound of field feels just amazing. I can't say enough about this, and that is why I will give this another 10 out of 10. And this is a Movies Anywhere digital copy, people. So you can redeem this in 4K on Vudu. I don't know if it is available on iTunes. I usually do mine through Vudu. I know that I have said in the past that you can do Movies Anywhere in 4K on iTunes, but I've learned that some of them you still can't. So just check that out before you redeem it on iTunes. But yes, you can add that to your collection in 4K digitally. And when you're getting into the special features here, it is truly great. Some of them are new and on the 4K disc. One of them are the cast members come back and they do a commentary on the film. It's great. Ron Perlman's there. Selma Blair. I know she's been going through health problems as of late, but she is on the track. Awesome. And then the other one, that is just all of the production design people. So they talk about the production design. This movie has excellent production design. And then all of those are actually on only the theatrical version. And for the director's cut, which both versions are on this 4K disc, you actually get the commentary with Guillermo del Toro. You get about 7 featurettes that go into a bunch of the behind the scenes here. It is awesome. I don't have time to go through all of it, but hey, there is so much here. There is so much on the 4K disc, and the rest are on the Blu-ray. There is new material here. It's awesome. 10 out of 10. This is what everybody should be doing. And as far as my Alexa looks at Hellboy, this is what I want from a Hellboy movie. This is almost perfect. And I do feel like, it's almost a fool's errand to try to redo this. But hey, they did. This is just really great horror mixed with action, and just so much of this has just a unique style that only Guillermo del Toro can bring. And I love it. And when you add up all my scores for Hellboy in 4K Ultra HD, you come out to a 39 out of 40. That is amazing when you think about what this is and how old this movie is, as far as, Blu-rays were just coming into fashion when this movie came out, and it still looks amazing. So, pick this up, people. Pick this up. First day on 4K. It is that good. This is a must-have. So coming up next on the channel, I do have to get into The Shining as my next horror film in 4K. And then I am actually going to be getting into some Hellraiser for you guys. There was a new release and of the original 2 Hellraiser films, and I will be doing a bonus review of those as well for you guys. So if you're excited about all of that, comment down below. Let me know. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I don't need to say it because you know it. And I will see all of you next time.